Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. Jennifer is our rune master, and Shadow is now an upright blood man-wolf thing. It's crazy. And we all sent messages to people, and we're going to Bronzewall in the underground tram, and I think there's a monster up ahead, but I'm ready to go save some people and kick some ass.
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach. Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Howdy
Hey.
A weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5e actual play podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth, and around the table of the internet, we have our players.
I'm Bartleby Quafflebottom Esquire III, and I play NASDAQ.
I'm Tomas, and I'm glad we replaced Billy with Bartleby, but we'll see how he goes.
Who do you play, though?
I play Tomar.
Just checking.
And Shadow. I was Shadow the whole time.
I'm Lindsey, and I play Pinwin.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
That's right. Each week we record for your listening pleasure. This is episode 120.
Oh, shit. Jingle, jangle, motherfucker. It's Christmas Eve.
Quimbus episode.
Oh, Merry
Christmas.
Cribmas?
Last year
Yep.
I played Santa Claus. But this
Just
year
on your
it's
own at
Tomar.
home.
Yeah.
Krampus.
Today is National Hard Candy Day.
Oh, fuck.
So, if you
Guess
know
what?
anybody with
Worth
a
of a
con
word
cake-
is original and suck it down.
Have we talked about the Rip Beer Barrels? Because fuck you to those who don't like them.
I was gonna
think
say-
Mika doesn't like them. We're still friends.
What
I
happens?
don't like them.
what
I'm not
happens-
into them. Look.
What happens if you drop those into alcohol? Will it?
The best.
Nothing
stuff.
good. Tried that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
because you
think
can
they
do the
have,
I
Jolly
like,
Ranchers.
sound like
Yeah.
a really gross drunk person with all the things I say.
When you
No,
lay
no,
everything out like that.
You're an alcohol
I dropped
scientist.
it right into the belly button before I did the body
Yeah, he
shot.
sipped gin out of a clown's shoe. What of it?
Yeah, I felched Budweiser out of an anus.
If anybody saw where I went to college, they would get it.
That's all you can do there. Just drink alcohol.
I went to the College of Experimental Alcoholism.
I went to mixology school. What?
Megadeth rules.
I liked the lemon, they were I don't even know what they were, lemon hard candies.
Lemon drops.
Lemon drops.
Yeah, lemon drops.
Which is
an
also a
alcoholic drink,
shot. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good.
Do you put lemon
I
drops
do love
in
a
them?
lemon drop.
I love citrus drinks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dude,
Yep.
I had so many lemon drops the first time we went to Mexico. Oh my God. I'd just go to like every single bar at the hotel. Like we would just stop. Like we're going to the beach. You pass by like at least 2 or 3 bars and I'd get a lemon drop at each one.
Do they have lime drops?
Ew.
I love
mean,
lime.
You
Ugh, I hate.
You can make lime drops. It's essentially the same
You
thing. You're just using
hate
lime juice.
lime?
Yeah.
Just like a lime by itself. Like lime when it's like
We need
spritz
to
it into
address
something.
that one.
But like, I mean, I'll eat a straight up lemon. I won't eat a straight up lime.
Why are you eating a straight up lemon?
They're good.
Okay, you just surpassed me as the whitest person around.
Is that a white thing or just a
I'll treat
odd
myself to a
thing?
nice lemon and play some pinochle.
So, now it's time for tonight's Around the Campfire question.
Campfire.
Okay, so here is what I'm going to do.
That's not a question.
Not yet. What should I do?
Help me.
I'm going to ask
Not
you guys,
yet.
would you guys like a world building campfire question or a interpersonal campfire question?
I want a Christmas question.
What's your favorite Santa? I don't know.
I'm feeling interpersonal.
All right, so what we're going to do, since it's Christmas and we're Unity, you guys are going to go around to each person and very briefly answer the question that I ask you about that specific person. So
is it what we would get them for Christmas?
No. It'll be a question about how you guys interact. So we're going to start with Willem. All right, Willem. The person I want you to tell me about first is Tomar. And I want you to tell me, what was the last thing you two argued about?
It was actually when we went back to the temple and he was going to inspect the lineage stone.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going to cast a spell on it. I started rolling one of my cigarettes and he asked me what type of tobacco I used.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him I used the bittersweet tobacco that I get from Gnome Town. And he said that it was a bastardized version of the bittersweet tobacco that was originally from Roundfoot Town. And we got into a pretty heated debate about it.
Very nice. All right, Willem, what would you get Tomar for Christmas? Sorry, what would you get Tomar for the last day?
I'd probably get him a Tomar and a customized case of hand-rolled cigarettes using the tobacco from Roundfoot Town.
Very nice.
Little does Willem know that I was lying about smoking. You don't usually smoke, but
give him to Wyra. She likes them.
Yeah,
I've already given her like 6. She's bummed 6
I'll
smokes
re-gift
from me
for sure. But I will take the Tomar.
All right, Tomar, I want you to tell me about Gorbel, and I want you to tell me about the last time Gorbel made you laugh.
Gorbel made me laugh the last time she drank, and I don't know if she ever remembers these instances, but she gets more like bro-y trying to do feats of strength when she's drinking, and it just doesn't play as much when she's drunk. Like she loses some of her faculties, and she went up to a tree and she tried to arm wrestle it, and then she just ripped the branch off and she got sap all over her outfit. And that was really funny. But she thought that the tree threw up on her. So she started fighting the tree. And we planted a new tree the next day.
Okay, well, what do you think sap is?
I mean, I guess it's tree barf. So, I mean,
it's tree love.
It's not totally wrong. It was actually a tree ant, a baby tree ant she killed. Punch, dead.
Why are you punching that vomiting baby?
I would get Gorbel a ticket to the Mirrenlug, sorry, edit that out. I would get Gorbel a ticket to the Mirrenlug beer flight tour, where you go all around the country and you sample their finest brews. Because then she could also return on some money by performing at those places and get maybe try some new alcohol and hopefully not kill any more trees.
Very nice. Next we will do Pinwin. And Pinwin, I want you to tell me, for Willem, what was the last compliment he gave you?
There's so many to choose from.
We are retconning Willem's entire character arc.
There was a recent time where I found these new shoes and I was like, I'm going to try them on and see if they look good. And I tried them on and I said, Willem, do these look good? And he said, they're fine.
And he wasn't even looking.
I was scrolling through my phone. Yeah, they're fine. They're great. Whatever.
And Pinwin just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Like the chibi anime, like sparkle eyes and everything.
Yep.
Notice me, senpai.
All right, Pinwin, what would you get Willem for last night?
What would I get Willem? I mean, maybe a series of things along like each day in the week just to keep it fun. And so each day will be a different kind of, oh my gosh, I can't think of the word.
Advent calendar?
No, workout equipment.
Oh.
Because we're in the fitness club, as you know, and we got to stay sharp. So each day, one of those. And then on the last day, he's really embracing the spider thing. So like maybe get him like a golden, really big spider mug, because I think it's fun.
Trying to think of how to grab that.
8 handles.
I like to think that the mug itself is like the body of the spider, and then the handle is like its legs curled up.
So it's a dead spider.
I love
it. The best kind of spider.
Like when you kill the giant tarantulas in Resident Evil 2 and they do the curl up thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Pinwin. Gorbel.
Yes.
I want you to tell me about Pinwin. And I want you to tell me what was the last thing you two heartily agreed about.
Pinwin and I agree on most things.
So much.
Most things. But man, I would have to say the last set of braids Pinwin did for me, we both agreed those were the best braids he has ever done. Ever. They lasted for days. And my hair has a tendency of getting flyaways, so it was impressive.
And what would you give Pinwin for last night?
So this is actually in the same vein. But when we were shopping in Deepminster, I saw this set of combs that screamed Pinwin. They were beautiful. They were like this light blue. I don't even know what they were carved out of, but they had a sapphire inlaid in each handle. And I just thought they would be perfect for him. And I am kicking myself every day for not buying those for him. So if we find our way back to Deepminster, which I know we will, hopefully they'll still have them in stock.
We'll make that our number one priority once we get there.
Yeah, the world's on fire and she's like, hang on!
Yeah, meteors are raining down. Meteors are raining down on the fucking planet, and we're at Epcot taking selfies.
Maybe when they're dealing with the chrysalis or some of that, maybe I can just sneak out. I know exactly where that store is, I think. And I don't think it's too far. I think it's just like maybe a quick cab ride.
We have telepathic bond. We have telepathic bond on, and she's shopping, and we're all being tortured to death, and she just hears our screams faintly. And she's just trying to pick, do I want the blue one or the white one?
It would be so fast.
You are really fast, so you might be able to roadrunner that shit.
In and out. In and out.
Innie and an outie.
All right, well, thank you guys.
Wait, Pinwin wasn't listening, was he?
Oh, shit.
Is the tile broken again?
Weirdly
We'll just have to find out.
He says.
From underneath the tiles.
He's like a obsessive
tile.
obsessive Santa Claus. He's making a list.
All right, so shall we get started? All right, when we last left off, you guys were on the subterranean tram and getting ready to... You guys were on a very quick path to Bronzewall when you were forewarned that there was a monster on the path. Now, as that information sort of... You absorb it a little bit, I want everybody to give me a perception check.
We're all gonna die!
Why are we constantly being waylaid by jackassery?
And on first night?
28!
31. Yeah.
27.
Oh,
Do it, Gorbel. It's Christmas. She's dancing.
she is dancing. 22.
Holy crap, we all did!
We all saw something.
It's a first night miracle.
God bless
All right.
us, everyone.
All right, so you guys are peering around this after this information. You're peering around the tram, and you notice that there are 4 specific spots where there are arrows. There's one in the front of the large open view. There's one in the back of this tram, and there's one on each side. Now, the ones on the side have these weird kind of almost like concave shield-looking things that look as though they can be pulled down. And in the front, there appears to be like a large view scope, very large in make, with some cranks on it. And in the back, there is some sort of cylinder that's sort of poking out of the back that doesn't really make sense at first glance. The onboard messaging system says,
"All right, guys. I think to make this a lot easier, we're going to have to station up. So everybody, choose a station and get ready."
Oh Shazbot, are we doing a fucking starship battle? Is this Starfinder?
Fucking lovers in a dangerous space time.
I love it.
I immediately shove my way to the front of the tram.
okay.
I go,
is there some
port? Because
starboard.
Port is left?
One of two that I know.
Is it left?
I think.
All right.
Well, I'm over there.
So you choose port side. All right. Willem.
Is there a station that looks like... Is there anything that looks like some sort of shoosting mechanism?
The only thing that you talk about, like some sort of projectile?
Yeah.
The only thing that looks like it has a projectile on it is the backside.
Willem,
that cylinder.
Willem's always open to playing the back nine at Augusta.
All right, Pinwin, that leaves you with the starboard side.
I don't know what that means.
All right. The right-hand side. So on this tram, so let me paint a picture for you here. The tram is long and cylindrical. Kind of imagine like a train car in a sense, except there's open areas on each side. So the front and the back have like windows without glass, and the sides are just completely open from ceiling to floor. Now you've got like a lot of different like handles and stuff like that can be held onto. So the rest of your
it's like a trolley.
Party members, yeah, sort of like a trolley.
What color is it? Is it red and green? Is it a Christmas trolley?
It is not red and green. It is like metal and bronze colored.
Metal and bronze.
Like gray metal and bronze.
Gunmetal.
Gunmetal. Crossbow metal. And and so the rest of your group kind of like grabs onto something in the center. Now, as you guys kind of get into your stations, Tomar, you can see that this viewfinder with the cranks on it can zoom in and zoom out. So you'll be able to see what's coming up ahead in a distance. And it actually like seems to be magically that you can see very deep into the dark in something of like a weird light, almost like when you switch into dark vision underground and in the dark. It's almost like that, just like a little bit more radiant in a sense, like it's picking up a lot of light. Willem, you notice that this shoosting mechanism, it has what appears to be bolts kind of going vertically up the wall underneath it.
Sweet.
And it also has a small crank on it that will allow you to kind of load the chamber. Pinwin, you see on this little like shielding mechanism that you can pull it down, but you also notice that there is a crank that is kind of like if you were just pull it down, you notice that this crank kind of pops up on the side. And the same thing for you, Gorbel. You see kind of a shielding mechanism kind of up in the air that you can pull down. And as you do, you can see that there is a crank that pops up. So know that at the moment.
Can they crank at the same time?
Guess you'll have to find out.
Crank you for being a crank.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Tomar, I want you to look through the viewfinder, if you will, and give me a perception check.
Is this a Christmas trick? Am I going to get oil on my eye?
The fuck kind of Christmas?
This is a pretty large viewfinder, so you don't have to actually put your eye up to it.
I'll go.
The size of a
I'll go
hubcap.
eyeball deep. That's fine. 24.
24. All right. So, Tomar, you can see that there's a little radius on the side of this viewfinder. It tells you when you direct it at something, magically how far away it is. And as you look around, you see what appears to be like the body of some sort of serpent kind of coiled, and it's about 500 feet ahead of you guys. But at the rate that you guys are traveling, that's going to come up real fast. So you can see it's coiled, and it doesn't appear to be moving, but it is very much there, and it's blocking the route.
Okay. Willem, does it say anywhere on the weapon what the range is on it?
Give me a perception check, Willem.
I was gonna say I
hopefully
I
it's not in Gnomish.
That's not good. That's an 11. Oh, wait, no.
11?
Fucking reliable talent.
Yay!
21.
21. So you notice, Willem, that this cylinder is affixed to it and only has a radius of left, right, up, and down. It cannot face forward, so it can only face out of the back of the tram.
Oh.
However, you do notice that on the crank next to it, there is a 60, a 120, and then there is a 300 plus on there.
All right, so it looks like we can do some like closer range up to about 300 feet possibly with this thing. However, there's a catch.
Yeah?
I don't think I can point this forward.
What?
So if you guys can think of a way to like get it to move off the track, it'll probably give chase, and then I can shoot it in the face.
Everyone
So
make
you shoot
Willem
it in
climb
the
on the
face?
train and turn the gun around.
I start cranking all the cranks to try and turn the trolley around.
Right now it's blocking the path ahead, so we need a way to get it out of the way, or could we shield the front of the tram? What do your shields do, guys?
Let's find out. I'm gonna try to crank the crank and see what happens.
It uses the one
Okay.
charge.
So Pinwin, you turn your crank, and as you do, you watch as like this like kind of lightning energy sort of ripples out from the side and even shocks the wall of the tunnel that you're next to.
Ooh. Cool. Okay.
Are you going to do the same?
Do you think mine does the same thing?
Is there any symbols or
Let's
words
see.
nearby that will tell you what it does?
There doesn't appear to be.
Crank that shiz.
Yeah, try it, Gorbel.
Okay. I test mine out.
All right, you test yours out, and you watch as from above and below, these two sweeping blades
Oh, shit.
slice across. Giant blades that basically touch the edge of the tunnel. One on the top, one on the bottom, and they just kind of like back and forth in opposite directions.
Oh, that's tight.
Scissors.
Yeah.
You said on the top and bottom of the tram?
Yeah, so like above the opening and below the opening, but nothing still forward.
Okay. Damn it. Is there any other things up in the front other than the scope?
Other than the scope, you've got kind of like the mechanism for where the kind of the set your location when or to kind of summon the voice that the onboard voice. But no, there doesn't appear to be anything other than the scope. But you do have a wide open window.
Tomar, you can try asking the thing if it could turn around.
I mean, we all could talk to the tram.
Well, that's true. But you're closest. Hey, Tram, can you turn around?
Closest?
I cannot turn around. I can reverse direction.
Okay. Do you normally have anything on the front of the tram to prevent monsters on the tracks?
There is a large spike or a large shield. You can choose which one you would like to administer.
How far out does the spike jut?
20 feet.
Does it damage the rest of the tram?
No.
Spike, please.
And you watch as like this 20-foot pike forms in the front of the tram.
This is fun. I feel like we're Power Rangers.
Yeah, I do. I do some martial arts moves before I pull some levers.
Bill the goat, Jennifer the chicken, Shadow the wolf,
Whiskers, the spider dragon cat.
Don't be afraid to use your nails. All right, so Tomar, you notice you're about 100 feet away from this creature now. And then you hear the onboard voice.
Would you like to increase speed, stay at this current pace, or reduce speed?
Ramming speed.
Increase speed.
All right, everybody give me a dexterity save.
That's my specialty. 24.
15.
Ooh. 20.
18.
Nice.
All right. You guys all grab onto something as the speed increases, and you guys ram right into whatever this creature is. Just plow right into it, and you hear like this.
It's a pig snake!
And Tomar, you are the only one who doesn't grab in time. So you still grab, but you kind of clunk up against the front as it's rammed, and you take 18 force damage. As your like elbow and shoulder kind of collide, and it kind of clunks your head, and you guys hear the and now you watch, Tomar, right up ahead as this thing starts to unfurl, and you can see it's starting to like move out of the way as if it's getting in striking distance. I want everybody to roll a d4.
Gorbel, let's get shields ready.
I got 2.
1.
Do I have time to do anything once we collide with it?
You will in a sec.
2. Also 2.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Billy, complete the quadfecta?
I rolled a 1.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So, this is your amount of heroic actions during this, what we're going to do here. So everybody is going to have 3. Willem, you will have 2 heroic actions per little narrative turn. Tomar, you watch as this snake thing with like weird tusks coming out of the front of it, and large, like there's 3 large eyes on it that all kind of stare out from this above this snout that's kind of flat, so a little boorish, and it strikes out at the tram, and its tusks kind of dig into the side, and you watch as a new display comes up, and you can see that there is what appears to be some sort of health bar for the tram itself, and it's out of 300, and it has dropped to 270. All right, now for this round, I want everybody can use one of their heroic actions, and we are going to go in the order that you guys got your perception check in. So the first person is going to be Willem. Willem, would you like to do anything at this moment?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Are its eyes anywhere? Like, do I have line of sight on his eyes?
Not facing out of the back, so the machine itself wouldn't be able to hit it, but you can see its eyes. Yes.
Okay. And it's still. Is it like when it struck out at us? Is it biting the tram from the front or one of the sides?
Kind of the front side of it.
Okay.
So not necessarily the side, but just kind of basically the front.
Okay. And you said that the front and back don't have windows. They're like windowless or like paneless windows.
Painless windows.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna do a callback to a couple episodes ago, and I would like to grab the top of the window area, and I'm gonna flip out the back onto the top of the tram.
All right.
And at that point, I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna do a 180 and drop to a knee and pull out my explodey arrow and shoot it in the eyes.
Gotcha. All right. So go ahead and fire your arrow here, and then so for this, because it is a heroic action, it will succeed. You just have to roll the damage for it.
Tight. That doesn't seem right, but 12.
12?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you watch as this arrow and it hits this creature, and you just hear like and it kind of like starts swaying, and this allows the track to sort of free up slightly, but it's still in front. Okay, Tomar, go ahead and tell me what your heroic action is.
I'm gonna pull out the long beard, and I'm gonna swirl it in an arc. Until I get some good speed going, and then I'm gonna huck it out the window at the creature.
Okay, roll damage.
Okay. So 14 normal damage plus 31 fire damage.
Okay, so you throw the Longbeard out, and it, like, you see like this column of smoke kind of puff off of its flesh as it gets hit by this, and kind of a big tear is kind of stuck into it, and then it flies back to your hand. Pinwin.
Question.
What is your action?
What is a heroic action?
It just basically allows you to do it's not like an official thing. It's just something that allows you to automatically succeed in this moment.
So here's what I want to do that I think would be fun, but I don't know if it's actually possible.
Okay.
Would I be able to... I don't know if maybe I'd use animate objects. I'm not sure. But I want to, like, take the electricity that's forming from the shields and have it, like, propelled forward. Like, could I don't animate the electricity to move?
I don't think you can animate a magical energy.
Yeah. Okay. Then for right now, I guess I'll go ahead. Hey, I'll do a Hunter's Mark, and then after I cast that, then I'll go ahead and just try shooting at it.
Are you gonna favorite enemy?
I thought about it, but then I'm like, shit, I don't know, next time I'm gonna sleep, and we're probably gonna face some baddies.
How does it work again? I feel like you're...
Or is it once per day? Once per day, I think.
I don't think it's once per day.
Favorite enemy is till they with your oath bow.
Right. Yep.
It's so you choose it and it'll last for up to 7 days, but it is every new dawn that you can make a new one unless that one's still live, and then it will be your favorite enemy for 7 days.
Yep.
And I will specify this that there are certain things within the realm of these heroic actions that won't automatically succeed. So just keep that in mind. So because this creature does have legendary actions. So if there is something that they can kind of resist against, there is a chance that they could, resist against it. So be careful about using things that might otherwise be just kind of wasted.
Instead, but I'm going to change my mind yet again. Instead, I'm going to see if I can't try to play my lute for a minute to see if I can do enthralling performance.
Okay, so you're going to start playing your lute for 1 minute?
Yeah, see if I can just lull it to chill. I don't know.
Okay, so you start playing your lute, so that's going to take 1 minute. Gorbel, what are you doing?
Well, I have some questions.
Okay.
Number 1. How far am I from this creature?
You are about 20 feet from this creature.
Sweet. Next question. How high is the ceiling, of the tunnel?
About 40 feet from the ground.
How tall is the tram?
About 15 feet.
Okay. Is the tram anchored to its rails or whatever?
You don't know.
Will it waste my action if I ask the tram person?
High or low?
High.
It will not waste your turn if you ask. I'll allow you to ask a question before doing.
Okay. Is this tram anchored?
It is anchored in a way. It's connected to the rail.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Reverse Gravity.
Okay.
Just beyond the tram, but in the radius that the creature is in.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast that. I want the creature to go up to the ceiling so we can drive under it and drive through that cylinder of reversed gravity.
Okay.
And then hopefully we don't get sucked up also. But then we can shoot it from Willem's position.
Okay. All right. So you cast reverse gravity and you watch as this kind of cylinder of gravitational force grabs it, and you watch as this creature is shoved up to the ceiling, allowing you guys a clear path.
Okay, everyone hold on.
Full speed ahead.
And you guys rocket forward. And Willem, as you guys pass, you can now see that this creature is pressed up against the ceiling, but it's starting to push back as if it's getting like it's breaking through this gravitational force, but you guys have passed it. Now you guys, we're going to start a new round here, but since Willem, you went first, or since you rolled the highest, it is now your turn for your heroic action.
Okay. Is it behind us at this point?
It is.
Okay. So with my spider boots, I'm basically going to do like, I'm going to bend over backwards.
Okay.
And grip the top of the tram.
All right.
And then do like a flip back inside the tram.
Okay, gotcha.
And start loading up a spike into the shooting mechanism.
You are able to do that. You have it loaded, and you still have your other heroic action here.
Oh, sweet. I would like to... Does it look like I need to crank it to aim? Like to move it to aim?
There's this little wheel underneath it that you can lift up. Yeah,
okay.
Positioner. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to lock on to the giant pig snake.
Mm-hmm.
And do I see like a button or a trigger?
There's like a little kind of like a crossbow trigger in the front.
All right. I'm going to shoot it.
Okay, gotcha. What range do you have it set to? You're roughly like 50 feet away from it now.
Okay. I would like to set it to the 60-foot range.
And you'll wait like a second before firing?
Yeah, I'm going to do like the squint and I'm going to smile, you son of a bitch.
All right. Let's see how much damage you do.
Sick.
Willem, you fire this like black dart that's larger than any bolt you've seen out of a crossbow, obviously, because it's coming out of this cylinder, and it fires across there and strikes him for 31 damage.
Sweet.
And you watch as it and it starts to fall a little bit more, and it looks like that was a decent hit. That hurt it, but it appears to be still alive. Now you guys are racing along. Is there anything you guys would like to do before this next round ends? Tomar, it's up to you now.
I want to see if the periscope can go in all directions, or if it's just on the front.
It's on the front, but it can look pretty much like the entire scope that you can see if you're facing forward. It can do that. It cannot look behind.
How far away is the monster?
Now it's about 80 feet away as you guys are speeding away.
We can slow this thing down, can't we?
You can, but he's doing full speed ahead.
I'm gonna get on top of the tram. How long is the tram?
It's like 15 feet.
You said it's 80 feet away?
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Wall of Fire behind the tram, and I'm gonna make it cover the whole track area, so if it goes through it, it'll take fire damage.
All right.
And I'll cast it at 8th level.
All right. So, tell me how this looks.
It's gonna be stretching up. How high did you say
40 feet.
60 feet long, 20 feet high. How wide is the tunnel?
About 40 feet as well.
Okay, so I'll make it curved around a little bit in 60 feet, and I'll have it shooting flames outward. Yeah, in like a half circle, I guess.
Okay.
That's 20 feet high.
Gotcha.
And it'll have to make a dex save when it goes through, but it'll take 9d8 damage, 9d8 damage, or half as much when it fails.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, succeeds.
All right. Perfect. So you cast this like partial ring of fire that, extends out into the center of the tunnel. Pinwin, what are you doing?
So seeing that I don't think I'm going to lull it by any means, I'm going to continue playing my flute. Oh my god. My lute.
Your F
my
lute.
F lute. I'm going to continue to play that and start to play like a really intense song to shoot out Arcane Hand. And I'll cast that at 5th level. And I will attempt to do clenched fist, so we'll see how that goes.
Ooh, are you gonna try and grab it?
I am.
Ooh, nice. That'd be sick if you could like hold it in the wall of fire or something.
Oh, that'd be cool. Okay.
What's your range on Arcane Hand?
120 feet.
Nice. All right, it's within range.
Yep. Let's see. Do you want me to read what it does? I haven't used it in forever.
Yeah, go ahead.
You create a large hand of shimmering, translucent force in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. Hand lasts for the spell's duration, moves at your command, mimicking the movements of your own hand. The hand is an object that has AC 20 and hit points equal to your hit point maximum. That's nice now.
That's dope.
Yeah, if it drops to 0 hit points, the spell ends. It has a strength of 26 plus 8 and a dex of 10 plus 0.
Jesus.
The hand doesn't fill its space. When you cast the spell and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns, you can move the hand up to 60 feet and then cause one of the following effects with it: clench fist, forceful hand, grasping hand, interposing hand. The hand strikes one creature or object within 5 feet of it. Make a melee spell attack for the hand using your game statistics. On a hit, the target takes 4d8 force damage.
So it's basically a punch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're going to punch this thing with this giant
hand.
And
then on each of your turns, you can move it 60 feet.
Is a heroic action just like a little bit of flavor? Like what? I'm confused by
it's essentially, That's essentially flavor.
Then
and I will let you know that it won't be here for the entire course of this encounter. So
maybe what I'll do is try to like grab it by the neck and then like shove it into the wall and then like, I don't know, punch it that way if I can. Or is that not a thing I can do?
I think no, you can definitely attempt to do that. All right, so you cast, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 17.
17? All right. So you guys watch as Pinwin starts playing on the F lute, and this
cannon
big hand forms right by this serpent pig. You watch as it grabs it, and it's like, and it wrenches it out of the gravity that's being kind of forcing it up against the ceiling, and pulls it right into the path of the flame. And you guys hear just like as it starts to like writhe in agony over this flame.
Shit.
Do I roll damage for the flame?
Please do.
I wonder what snake bacon tastes like.
Snakin'.
Yeah, snakin'.
41 fire damage.
Okay.
Snake and bake.
Oh, fire damage? All right.
I like the idea of it slamming against the fire. Just
yeah, it's just...
Why is this fire so hard?
Okay, Gorbel, what are you going to do?
Is it closer now?
Slightly.
How
yes.
how close is it?
It's about 60 feet away from you guys, but you guys are moving forward, so you have to act fast.
Oh my god. Okay, well that changes everything. Oh, should I do this? Should I waste? No, it's never a waste. Okay. I'm going to cast Disintegrate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry if that's stealing thunder.
No.
Maybe it won't even work. We don't know. Okay, I'm casting Disintegrate at 6th level.
Okay, and then read it for me again.
A thin green ray springs from your pointing finger to a target that you can see within range, which is 60 feet. The target can be a creature, an object, or a creation of magical force. They must make a dex save. On a failed save, it's 10d6 plus 40 force damage, and the target is disintegrated if this damage leaves it with 0 hit points.
Okay. So you are going to give me the 10d6 plus 40 force damage, so we'll go ahead and roll that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, never mind. Metagaming. I've just got to tuck it away.
You sounded like you duped yourself. Oh, we need to take a break.
I kind of did. Like, pause. Speaking of F-lutes. F-lutes and poop shoots. Sorry.
It's Christmas, Billy.
Fa la 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 la.
Okay, that is 74 force damage.
74 force damage. Nice. Mm-hmm. So how does that look when you cast that?
Well, I released my grip. I was holding on really tight as we passed through that reverse gravity cylinder, and I let go, and I kind of hunker down into like a horse stance. And
I always mishear that whenever someone says horse stance.
And I look out that back window, and I center my gaze on on the creature, and then I clap my hands over my head.
All right. I thought that was Shatter.
Nope.
I don't have Shatter.
Oh, shit. No, you're right. Okay, sorry. My mistake. Sorry for correcting you. So you clap your hands over your head, and you guys watch as this, like, rippling magical effect hits the creature that's already in the fire being held down by this hand, and it's got this giant bolt sticking out of it, and it's just like, and you watch as just like this big chunk of it kind of spits off, but it's still alive. And now you guys are racing away. There is a notification to you, Tomar, as you're standing on top of the tram, and you hear the voice, and it says,
"Hey, looks like we've got a diverted path up ahead. We need a decision."
I somersault into the tram.
All right. And as you look into the viewfinder, you can see that up ahead, Tomar, there is a fork.
What's fork doing there?
And there are just two paths that you can choose, and you have to make this decision in 10 seconds.
Is there a sign that says that the Bronzewall or Rose Lake?
Nope.
I'll swing it to the left.
All right, so you select left, and you guys watch as it, like, the track shifts, and you take the left path, and you guys go down, and then you realize as you kind of round it, it kind of goes to the left and then angles to the right and follows back, and you can look over and you can see that there is a secondary path that joins with this one, but your path clicks onto the main track just as you enter it. So you guys went and then back onto one straight shot.
And then you die of dysentery.
The other track just launches you out of a mountain. Who built this?
Curse you, dwarves!
Just cuts to like the Mount Rushmore from Richie Rich, and it's like super quiet, and there's like birds chirping, and then all of a sudden the mouth opens and we come flying.
Shit. All right. So you guys have lost sight of this serpent creature.
Good job, guys. We fucked it up. Yeah.
Well, we can always reverse the direction.
Glad that's over.
If we want to go back and finish the job.
So I kind of do, guys. I'm forming a theory about these possible, like, guardian creatures in this Underdark, and possibly tied to the city, the Underdark city. But when we defeated the giant spider, it had the lightning rod.
Are you saying if we beat this optional boss, we could get another premium loot item?
Yeah, I think we could get hidden materia and get Neo Bahamut and summon, get a rare summon.
I mean, I'm down to fight this thing if you guys want.
Well, if we don't finish it now, and we've already made some headway, we're just going to have to encounter it again.
Exactly.
After it heals
and
up.
if we're trying to send troops to other places, they're going to have to deal with it. So we should probably get rid of it now.
Full speed reverse.
You hear the tram say,
"I cannot reverse as we are moving forward at the moment. However, once we get to a stop point, we can absolutely reverse. There's another one coming up in just a few minutes."
Okay. All right, guys, prep your stuff. Make a game plan. It might catch up with us anyway when we stop.
True.
All right, Tomar, as after you shouted that out, you guys have, I'll give you guys each like a couple of seconds to decide what you want to do next. So, I'll end with you, Tomar. So, Willem, what are you doing?
I'm gonna load up another spike.
Okay.
And do they seem like they come out of their holding spot really quickly and easily, like where they are now?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. I'll just load up another spike.
Okay. Pinwin, what are you doing?
I'm waiting for D&D Beyond to load. I'm planning to use Arcane Hand, so I'll have my hand at the ready, and then...
So you're gonna dismiss it and then resummon it? Or are you just gonna, like, pull it to you?
How long are we going on this track? How long has it been?
Just a few minutes.
Okay, so it lasts a minute, so it'd be gone anyway.
Then maybe I'll cast it at a higher level, so then I can do more damage.
Well, if it only lasts 1 minute, you may not want to cast it yet. because you don't know
Yeah, you
how
don't
long it's
increase
gonna
the
be.
time at higher levels.
You increase the damage.
Right. So maybe just wait till we get closer to it. Because that is a dope spell.
Okay. I'll ready my arcane hand then.
Okay.
That's what I'll do.
Get prepared to cast it. Okay.
Yeah.
Pinwin, or sorry, Gorbel. What are you going to do in this moment?
There's not too much that I can do. I'm just thinking of all the possibilities.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, Tomar. As you guys are kind of speeding along to the next point, you see through the viewfinder there is a T now, not a Y, a T, left and right. And there is an X on the right-hand side that looks to be like it was painted very, very hastily with just like a paintbrush on the wall.
Who works down here? What
Question.
Yeah.
When we departed from Wolf's Rest, what cardinal direction were we headed?
You guys were heading north. Sorry.
Heading north? Okay.
Mhm.
Straight north from Wolf's Rest?
Yep.
Okay. So, and our target is Bronzewall. So, if we're going straight north, we would probably want to veer east.
So right?
No, sorry, west.
I was like, that's a red X.
Sorry. Yeah, so north, because Bronzewall is northwest of Wolf's Rest.
Thank you, Willem. Are we going to continue this way, or are we going to stop here and try and reverse?
I think let's stop here, regroup, and wait for possibly let's maybe set up like some sort of trap for the pig snake monster.
All right,
and I think we should eradicate it and possibly reap any rewards that magically come from it.
Ho ho ho! I'm gonna pull the e-brake.
Okay, you guys come up to this T intersection and you stop right at its cusp. And as you look left, you can see that there is another long tunnel. But as you look to the right, you can see that the tunnel goes a little ways down, and then there's a big red X again. And you can see that there is a wall of what appears to be rubble down there. And there's a sign that's hastily stuck in there, and it says unfinished.
What language is it in?
It is in Gnomish.
Okay. Ooh, I know Gnomish. I'm gonna climb onto the top of the tram and go to the end by the gun, and I'm gonna sit down with my legs crossed. I'm gonna start praying to Wirecarag, and I'm gonna say, "Oh Father, please send me your greatest champions to join me in aid. I beseech my ancestors to leave the Hall of Champions and fight with me today." And I cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. And several spectral dwarvish ancestors appear around you. And you can see that there's some like the famous Ironfist clan warriors in there. And you can see that there are a couple of others that you don't like really recognize, but their clan symbols are like kind of cross clan. There's a Nightworm, and there is also a Battlebeard in there. But none of them are like immediate. Yeah, nobody you would know intimately.
Lame. Get out of here,
all right.
I tell them.
All right, from the back, you guys can all hear like the... And from the left tunnel, facing backwards, so the opposite tunnel that you guys came down, you can see a shape emerging. This long, serpentine, boar-headed shape slithers down extremely quickly. It looks kind of banged up, but it starts heading right at you guys. And then as it sees you, I need everybody to give me a dex save.
Okay. Hell yeah. 29.
Okay.
31.
17.
18.
Okay. As it sees you guys, it freezes in place, and then you guys watch as it immediately points its snout up and burrows through the ceiling, and rocks start tumbling down around you guys, and none of them hit you, luckily, but it has disappeared up into the ceiling.
Oh.
That can't be good.
Come out, you coward worm, bitch!
Got your Swiss cheese and some bullets. Sorry, deep
And
cut from Tremors.
I think it's apt.
Thanks.
Can we tell where it's moving? Can we hear it?
You cannot. It just disappeared.
Fucking graboids. Guys, don't make any sound. Good job.
But yeah, everything is quiet. What do you guys want to do?
Brace for battle.
I mean, that kind of took the wind out of my sails a little bit.
Nothing we can do till it comes out.
Anticipation.
Are we gonna wait?
I'm just standing there with my spectral ancestors just waiting around.
You brought us out for this.
Let me ask. It's technically behind cover, right?
Yes.
I know that it's there.
You know where it went, but you have no idea if it went away.
Okay.
It burrowed itself into the ceiling.
Right.
And disappeared from sight.
Right. Damn. Okay. I'm trying to finagle my way into using phase arrow. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna anticipate and try and brace for when it comes hurtling out of the void at us.
I'll start, just for shits, I'll start casting Sacred Flame, pulling Radiant Light down from above in areas where I think it could be, and just shooting Radiant Beams down, see if it does anything.
All right. So you start shooting Radiant Beams down, but as far as you can tell, it's not those beams aren't finding purchase on any creatures. You hear like a prompt from the tram.
Would you guys like to continue?
No.
Okay.
So you guys sit there for a little while and nothing happens.
This isn't good. Do we have to bait it to come out somehow? Pinwin, do you know anything about pig snakes?
I have a snake I could ask. Maybe he has like a really big grandpa.
You go to pull him out and he's just like a dried up, like just dead.
Forgot to feed him.
He's got X's for eyes and his tongue's hanging out.
Yeah, I don't know. We could just go off the rails completely and follow it up there.
I could send my illusory double up there, or maybe we could fake it out. Oh, Pinwin, can you fake the sound of the tram going away?
Yeah, I should be able to.
What if it's not just like burrowing along through the ceiling? What if it's just waiting up there and it just wants us to leave?
I could do that with prestidigitation, right? Or
I always get confused. I believe prestidigitation allows you to make noises.
Yeah.
I think you could do it with minor illusion too.
Okay, so I don't know how intelligent this thing is, but I say really loud, I don't think this thing is coming back, you
we
guys.
We better leave. Let's go, Guardians.
Well,
fine, we have business to take care of.
Bye. And so you will create the sound of the train. Which direction are you going to send the train sound?
I point to the left with my head.
Okay, yeah.
And so you guys hear like the... what's the range on that?
It's 30 feet,
30
but
feet.
you could probably simulate a sound getting quieter, you know?
Yeah, you definitely could do that. So you send the sound 30 feet and gradually decrease the volume as it heads away. All right. So you do that. And then I need everybody to give me a perception check.
Perception, what's your...
24.
Perception.
14.
30.
Get ready for this. Ooh, well, it's not bad. 14.
Hey, that's what I got.
Okay, so you guys all hear far down the path, a great distance away from you down the left path, you hear like a... as if something has emerged from the tunnel, and then you hear like a...
Perfect.
Do we know how far down?
Ways down. It's really hard. Did anybody get above 20?
Yeah.
24.
30.
Okay, so Willem, you're sure that it's at least 200 feet down the path. Pinwin, you're positive that it is 350 feet down the path.
Okay. It's 350 feet down the path, so I think we should maybe get moving.
I don't understand why it's doing that. Can we glean anything from that behavior?
Give me an intelligence check.
You got it.
Credit card, you got it.
You got it. 21.
17.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the roll, you cocksucker.
13.
Okay, so Willem, you start to get the impression that this thing is trying to track you guys and sneak attack. So you assume that because the sound went down there, it thought it could get the drop on you guys and attack from the tunnel wall. That's the impression that you're getting. So you're getting the impression that waiting for it might not be the best option.
Okay.
Can we?
I'm gonna act as bait.
Hold on. Before you do that, can we sneak up on it and get on it?
Jump on it.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking everyone else.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Well, how do we... Can we make it quieter?
Not in the tram. On foot.
Right. I mean, it sounds like it's in kind of like retreat mode, and I feel like it's gonna whack-a-mole. It's going back in if we try to approach it at this point.
Well, we don't know how well it can sense anything. And
granted,
Pinwin can even cast an illusion to make it think it's somewhere else. So maybe we could bring it back here and then spring it down and then hop onto it.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll Ian Malcolm it, and I'll try and lure it back here so that you guys can jump on it.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So what's the plan?
The tunnel, it's like pure rock.
Yeah.
Okay. How sharp is my warp dagger?
I mean, you'd have to throw it pretty hard to get it stuck in some stone.
Okay, disregard. I'm actually gonna run along the wall.
Okay.
With my spider.
So you guys are
boots.
getting out of the tram?
I definitely am. I don't know if you guys want to try and jump on it from the tram or position yourselves elsewhere and then jump on it. But I'll lead it back to the tram area just in case we need to make a speedy recovery or speedy getaway. But yeah, we'll try and ambush it from this spot if that sounds good to everybody else.
Yeah. Do we want communication available in case he gets eaten by the thing?
Yeah.
Tight. Okay.
Huddle up.
All right. I skirt to a stop and I run back real quick.
And I cast telepathic bond.
Boop, 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 boop. You're connected.
You've got mail. All right.
Runes, I hope you're ready to bring some pain to this worm thing too when the time comes.
I nodded everybody and I fuck off down the tunnel.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing while Willem is heading down the tunnel?
Well, I was just going to ask you what everyone else is doing, like the runes.
Oh, everybody's just kind of like standing there, like looking uncomfortable and just kind of like, what do we do?
Dirk.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good at strategy. Len.
Yes.
Okay, huddle up really quick.
They huddle up with you.
Okay, you guys are good at strategy, right?
Why, yes, I do believe that we could, ascertain that, through a modicum of...
Cool. What do you think the best approach is right now?
Well, I'm of two minds about it. I think that since we don't know its full force, but it did do a lot of damage to the tram with one strike, it appears that it's a quite powerful beast, and it would, I don't know, maybe fuck us up something fierce if we faced it head on. Of course, you guys are quite powerful, so there's always that.
But it might be smarter to protect the tram while we defeat it.
That could also be that was going to be my next suggestion.
Why do we even have you? You're just repeating things we already know.
Well, I mean, you brought me along, so...
Len, do you have anything?
I'm pretty much in agreement with him, though I would say that continuing the course as quickly as possible would be ideal. considering we are on kind of a time crunch, it appears.
Duh.
So, facing this beast, whatever we do, killing it or escaping from it as quickly as possible are really the only two options you have.
Okay, well, what can you guys do to help?
Well, I would suggest continuing along, trying to outpace it. You've got this vast array of machinery on here that seems to be designed to deal with any sort of issue that may arise. And then Dirk kind of, drops in. Though it could be better to just defeat it outright, and then it's a smooth sail from that point on.
Are you guys just going to be like the devil and angel on my shoulder?
Well, Gorbel, as strong as you are, I don't know if I could quite fit on your shoulder, but I would love the opportunity to attempt.
I blush.
I think this is one of those scenarios that we just got to go the best option available, and I'd say Len's right. It's either moving along quickly or fighting it quickly, but we don't have time to waste.
Okay, anything we do has to be fast. Okay, well, I think we're going to try to just take it out.
Well, all right, I hope you guys are prepared.
Well, I hope you guys offer some kind of assistance.
Well, all right, we can offer assistance.
You have a weapon, right?
Well, yeah, and he points to over his shoulder, and you see this giant, what looks to be like a club with tons of rail spikes into it. So it's like a giant baseball bat with studs on it.
I like that.
And Len just kind of taps his sword.
Okay, well, be ready. I mean, protect yourselves. It's important that we keep you guys intact.
Right you are, Gorbel. We will stay intact.
I know we have a lot of extra bodies in here, and we might be able to do both. We might be able to move the tram and attack it at the same time. We can have these guys hop on any of this stuff too, and then we could fight the worm as it's doing its thing, as it's chasing us. So maybe we'll see what happens when Willem lures it back. We'll have a scuffle with it. It'll probably run away if we don't kill it. Then we can proceed full speed ahead, and then when it pops out again, we'll all just focus all our strength on that while they pilot the tram.
Okay.
All right. Yep. Just say the word when you want us to act. Willem, we're gonna go back to you.
Okay.
You have made it a little ways down. I need you to give me a perception check.
I got a 24.
Okay. So as you kind of get into the range that Pinwin indicated was 350 feet down the path, you can no longer see because there's some turns and stuff like that.
Okay.
You can no longer see the tram, but you see on the right-hand side a large hole in the wall, as if something emerged, and you can see some rubble kind of sitting around by it.
I'm going to walk up to it. I'm just going to cut my hands over my mouth, and I'm going to go...
Willem, give me a dex save.
Fucking graboids. 22.
22. Okay. So, as you kind of cup your hands and shout in there, from behind you, you hear... and you're quick enough that you're able to turn, and you watch as this snake creature barrels out of the ceiling, or out of the wall behind you, and strikes at you, but you're able to move out of the way in time, and it strikes at the wall where you just were. I need you to give me an initiative roll.
All right.
By yourself?
16.
Is it still injured?
It's been hit, yeah. 16? Okay, so that will put you first in the initiative. So I need you to tell me what you're going to do.
I'm going to use my action to disengage.
Okay.
And start booking it back to the tram.
I should specify, it has kind of cut you off from the way you came.
I'm going to run up its body and up and over its body.
Okay.
And jump onto
right.
the wall and run on the wall back to the tram.
Okay. Give me acrobatics.
You got it, boss. Fucking 27.
27. All right, so you like leap off of its back and then onto the wall and start running. What's your running speed?
Running should be 60 feet.
Okay, so you said you're booking it, so
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So you're running. You get about 60 feet away, and I'm gonna need you to give me another dex save.
Gotcha. Hell yes. I think whatever you were doing before we started recording passed on to me. That's a 30.
Okay, so you hear, like, as you're running along the wall, as you're running along the wall, you can feel like this really intense vibration under your feet, and you leap up just in time and stick to the other side as what appears to be another head comes barreling out of the wall and snaps and then recedes. However, what's your AC?
17.
17?
No.
That is a natural 20, as the serpent that you are running from is going to strike at you, Willem.
Okay.
And it will hit. So you feel these fangs like burrow its way into your back as you're trying to escape. This thing has an intense range on it.
Do I have a reaction?
I guess, what are you trying to do?
Uncanny dodge.
Oh, yeah, if you have Uncanny Dodge, you can absolutely do that.
Okay. So,
especially with the... I think it halves it, right?
Yeah, just halves the damage against me. I believe so.
Do you need a reaction to do that?
Yeah, it's a reaction.
I thought it was just a rogue feature. Maybe it isn't. Lame. So you can only do it once per
round.
Okay, so you do Uncanny Dodge, and as it doesn't get as much purchase into your back as it originally felt like it was going to, like you kind of lurch forward with the blow, and it doesn't do as much damage, but we're going to see how much that is.
It sounded like you grabbed a fucking like bag of candy. So
just a bag of dice.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh no,
I'm going to need some candy for this one.
Whatever it was,
it
was
is
like,
National
that's a
Hard
lot.
Candy Day.
Celebrate!
And Uncanny Dodge halves it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Willem, you are going to take 60 damage as the fangs, like, yeah, they graze into your back, give you like just this mean scratch across your back, deep kind of deep bites into your back, but not as bad as it definitely could have been.
Okay.
It is now your turn. Are you going to continue to run?
Yes.
Okay. So you continue another 60 feet. I'm going to need a dex save.
30. Fuck yeah.
30. All right.
Like, I'll fucking screen share with y'all if you want to.
No, it's your okay, so you book it down a little bit further. So now you're 120 feet from where you were, and you are roughly
80 feet away from the trolley.
No, it'd be...
Because I thought we were 200 feet away.
350.
Oh.
So, yeah, 350 feet away. You knew it was at least 200 feet away,
Gotcha.
but Pinwin confirmed that it was 350.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Don't forget, we have telepathic bond.
Guys, I'm about halfway back almost.
I'm very frequently getting munched on.
I'm getting nipped.
Okay, so as you're running along, another head kind of breaks out, but you leap over it as it busts out of the wall.
When you say another, you mean that
additional.
A third.
Yes.
Guys, we may have miscalculated the situation. There are currently 3 of these pig snake worms. I don't... We might want to fuck off.
Well, we will... Yeah. Can you position yourself to hop on as we pass?
Well, here's the thing. If you reverse it, and come and get me, then we have to keep going that way until we get to another checkpoint and then come back.
We're behind you. Like, we don't need to reverse. We can just go full speed ahead toward you and then
oh, I thought I was going backwards in the tunnel.
No, you went down the left tunnel like Pinwin.
Oh, it popped out in front of us?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I probably could have explained that better, but...
My bad. Yeah, I don't know. I just assumed it was behind us because we lost it. Okay.
We can get 350 feet pretty quickly.
Fire it up if you guys are okay with that. I think 3 plus might be more than we want to take care of right now.
Oh, yeah. Yep. As soon as you said more than one, I was like,
okay, we'll stop the conversation there for the 6 seconds. Willem, you feel the wind as another strike comes right at you, but this time, fortunately, something was off about it, and you're able to like move to the side as it bites uselessly at the air.
I like to imagine I'm on the wall doing like Trinity from the reception hall scene. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna switch back to you guys real quick.
Full speed ahead to the left.
Okay, so you guys head off. Is there anything else you guys would like to do in that time?
No, I want to get the hell out.
No, we just want to crank off. Sorry.
Anything you'd like to do, Pinwin?
I might, as we're passing by, see if I can do Arcane Hand just to like grab them and try and
they are
twist them all
still
together.
way out of your sight. You wouldn't be able to see them right now.
Right. When we're up there,
Okay,
it's just
gotcha.
my planning.
Okay, you're gonna cast Arcane Hand.
I'd like to if I could.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you guys start hanging to the left. You cast Arcane Hand, Pinwin, at the ready. Where are you guys at in relation to the tram?
Do one of you guys want to step up on the lookie? And I'm looking at the runes / other guests we have there.
They all kind of shrug, and Dirk's like, well, who do you want up there?
Who's good at spotting? We like a scout person.
I mean, I could do it. And he steps forward and he steps in front of the viewfinder.
All right, let us know if anything happens or weird shows up. And I'm gonna go get on the gun. Maybe we want to just activate the shield things like right as we pick Willem up, and maybe they'll fly into those instead.
Okay, so are you guys manning the left and right?
Yep.
And I'll get on the gun. Like I
gotcha.
said. Unless I didn't say that.
No, if you did, but
which is what I meant to say.
Okay.
I get on the gun.
All right. Okay, so you guys start. You watch as the track switches to the left, and you guys start heading that way. Willem, it's another round. What would you like to do?
Yes.
Piss yourself.
It might act as a deterrent to my predators. Little do I know, they're like sharks, and it's like sugar to them. So, which, side note, evidently, if you shit, that's like shark sugar. So, don't do it. Don't shit in the ocean.
Don't shit in the ocean.
Still running.
Shark sugar.
Check it and see. I would like to still be hurtling towards the tram, but I would like to.
Make sure you're gonna clench your butt cheeks.
That was good. I would like to transition to the ceiling of the tunnel.
Okay.
And keep running. And would you say that I've gleaned that they actually use their eyes as like are we dealing with things that respond to vibrations and sound more than sight, or would you say the other way around?
Well, it's interesting because while they do seem to react to sound, they also each have 3 eyes. So you can at least assume that they probably need those 3 eyes for something.
Okay.
Though it might be one of those situations where they're good with both senses. It's hard to tell, but I mean, better you might figure better safe than sorry.
Okay. I would like to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. Gotcha. And so that would be an action, so you'd only allow you to move 30 feet.
That's fair.
After that.
That's fair.
Okay. All right. So you're going to cast invisibility.
Yes, please.
And you go
at
invisible.
for 2nd level. Yes, there we go. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Are you going to continue to move, or are you going to stay in one spot?
I would like to now stop and about face and just kind of brace for needing to do some more dodgy dodges.
Okay. Gotcha. And as you do that, you watch as the serpent thing that's in the tunnel that doesn't just have its head poking out of the side is like thrashing around now as if it's trying to find you. And you just hear like a... And then, since it seems that it can't, it lets out this large bellow like a... And you watch as the 2 snake heads recede back into the tunnels, and then it burrows itself into the left side of the tunnel and disappears within it.
Nice. Okay, I think to the rest of the group, okay, they do definitely respond to sound and possibly like movement or vibrations that we make. So they're probably going to pop out at us again when the tram comes by. So just be ready for that with like the shields, or, brace yourselves in case they knock the cart around or knock the trolley around. All right, I'll be ready.
We're quickly approaching you.
And then, so Willem, you can see that the tram, you can hear it before you can see it, but it's like a, and it starts flying down the path. Are you going to leap onto it?
I would like to, yes, please.
Give me athletics.
Okay. 18.
18, all right. So you basically just release as it kind of drops, or as you kind of drop down on top of it, and you guys hear like a cuckoo on the roof as you guys speed past a certain point, and you can see holes in the wall.
Santa?
Santa.
Ho, ho, ho!
And you could probably assume that that's Willem.
I look back behind the gun.
All you see are holes as you guys are speeding along. Dirk kind of shouts out, we got another 2 paths we can take. We can go straight, or it looks like we can take a left. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to assume that Tomar can't hear from the roof of it.
Wait, what do you mean?
Can he?
From the roof? Oh, I thought you were
I'm on the roof
gun.
by the gun. Or
it's like on the back, so you'd be inside.
Okay, all right. I don't know where we are in relation to Bronzewall. Do you know the way, Dirk?
Down here, but I could assume that maybe going straight is the best way to keep our path on the straight and narrow, if it were.
Oh, I thought you said left or straight. Right. My bad. Go straight.
All right. Oh, additional hiccup, Dirk says. I'd brace because it looks like there is some sort of a barrier, a wooden barrier up ahead. We're going to crash right into it. Everybody give me dex. Willem, are you still on the roof?
If I don't have the opportunity to swing down into the trolley, yes.
I will say if you roll high enough, you could potentially get inside the trolley.
Okay. So I just rolled for dex. Do you want that first, or do you want me to roll like athletics or acrobatics or something?
We'll make it part of your dex.
Okay. 19.
19. Okay. What everybody else get?
23.
Or actually,
15.
20.
Okay. So Willem, you are able to just barely slip inside of the tram right beforehand and grab onto something. Everyone but Pinwin will be fine. Pinwin, you aren't able to grab on firmly enough, and as you guys hit this barrier really hard, you slam against the inside wall, and you're going to take 17 force damage. So you just kind of like slam up against it and then get your bearings. And as you guys slam through this, it slows it just for a second, and then you guys continue going forward. Dirk is like, do we want to increase the speed, keep the speed the same, or slow it down?
Full speed ahead.
All right, so you guys speed up. Now the stone around you is starting to change. It's starting to get a little bit more like smooth. Before it was kind of like roughly hewn, and now it looks like much more polished, as if this section is older and there was more time taken on it. And you guys can see now that there is something of a light up ahead. And as you guys continue, you exit this tunnel, and you guys are on a track that is made of stone, but is overlooking a huge, deep chasm deep underground. On either side of you guys, it's just an empty abyss. You guys can see giant stalactites and stalagmites kind of jutting up from the rock like hundreds of feet away from you. And you guys can see a tunnel on the other side about 500 feet away. Or no, about 1,000 feet ahead of you. And you guys are just on this mainline track. And you can just see like there's mage lights kind of set into the walls far off in the distance. So it's still pretty dim in here, but you can see well enough. And suddenly you guys can see dropping down from the ceiling onto the track these 8-legged humanoid-ish creatures. You're looking at 6 driders. And along the stalactites and stalagmites all around you, you can see dozens and dozens more. And with a loud call you hear, attack! And that's where we're going to end for the night.
I close my door.
Shit.
That's not good.
Shit around some sticks.
All right, tell me, guys, why you deserve 5 points of boon.
Because it's Christmas.
Yeah, Seth, it's Christmas.
I don't celebrate Christmas.
Just
Do
give
something better.
All right.
Well, Hanukkah's over. So not that.
It's that one holiday Mika mentioned earlier, hard candy.
How about
Hard
what
candy
you guys
holiday.
did?
Oh, well, we had some pretty good teamwork go in there in the beginning when it was just one.
Mm-hmm.
We disregarded your rules.
I got to play Braun on our way to Bronzewall. And I played bait. And I did a shout out to Jaws and Tremors. This was a good episode for me.
We were whooping the first worm's ass.
Yeah. But and then they were like, nope, there's a bunch of us. Remember that Parasite Eve boss?
You made us think tough on.
I
think that's a problem.
We had good reasoning behind wanting to just take it out quick and easy because we had been making good fast headway in the beginning. But then we knew when to cut our losses and go.
Good switching it up and going with improv.
How did Redkin not encounter any of these things?
Right? I was like, what?
I know. And we used runes for runing.
Yep, that's good. All right, you guys can have 5 points of boon.
Yes.
Yay!
Shit, yeah.
Christmas. Yeah.
Hey, Santa.
All right, now it's time for tonight's MVPC.
Woo.
I want you guys to tell me who the most valuable player character is. Now, for your and the audience benefit, Willem is 1, Tomar is 2, Pinwin is 3, and Gorbel is 4. When I count to 3, I want you guys to hold up the number of corresponding fingers to the person you would like to vote for. I'll give you a couple of seconds to kind of decide, and then we will vote. Okay, 1, 2, 3, vote. Hold them up so I can see. All right, we've got 1 vote for Pinwin, 1 vote for Gorbel, and 2 votes for Willem. Tomar, why'd you vote for Gorbel?
The reverse gravity move was really smart and cool. And I like the idea of us just going right underneath it. Yeah. I mean, Willem did a lot of cool stuff too, but yeah, I thought that was just a really smart use of that spell right at that time.
Very nice. Willem, why'd you vote for Pinwin?
Pinwin really showed his like versatility and just how many actual like dope spells he has at his disposal, and it was really helpful to be able to hold that fucker with the not mage hand,
arcane hand.
Arcane
mage
hand.
hand's big brother.
That shit was yeah, that was really rad, and I dug that. That was really helpful and useful.
Very nice. Pinwin, why'd you vote for Willem?
He sacrificed himself as bait. He could have died. I got if
nippy
we
naps.
weren't like acting so fast, I probably would have been upset. But you know, with all these heightened emotions all the time and having to be go, like we don't have time to think really, like think through these things. So I'm just like, yeah, okay. And then I'm like, ah! So
I'm dead inside now.
Willem, no!
Very nice. Gorbel, why'd you vote for Willem?
Willem took a lot of initiative, and I think it takes a lot of guts to be the bait person and go out there on your own. So that was pretty cool.
Very nice. Well, with 2 votes, that means tonight's MVPC is Willem Shadegazer. Take your 5 points of boon and put a salve on it.
Will do.
Get that bite wound checked. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they're not venomous.
Guess you'll find out in the next episode.
I just get a text from Seth in between episodes. Actually, Willem's good. It's the quickest acting Venom in all of Argaria. So roll a new character.
Testicles explode.
You pull a Corey Taylor.
All right. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Chad Pieper for that awesome intro song. Thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for that beautiful background music. Thanks to all of you listeners. We really appreciate everything you do for us. And hey, if you're interested, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/D20_syndicate. We've got a ton of awesome offers for different tiers, and we're going to be mixing things up at the start of the new year. So definitely check it out. See if there's anything that really trips your trigger of your crossbow, and consider making us warlocks and donating to our Patreon. Thanks for listening, folks. Happy holidays, and we'll see you in 2021. Whoa.
Well, we'll see you December 31st.
Ooh.
It's literally
all right,
New
edit that out.
Year's
We'll see you on New Year's Eve.
Wow.
Yeah. Yikes.
And then 2021. So maybe the world will somehow fix itself at the stroke of midnight, but probably not. So we'll see you guys when we finally climb out of our bunker in 2077. So so thanks for listening, folks. See you next week. I am your host and DM, Seth, and this is the D20 Syndicate Podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Bye.
Bye.
Jingle jangle.
Farewell. Jingle all the way.
Nice and succinct.
I think the word is succulent.
Succulents.
It's pronounced succubus.
Like an Audi belly button.
The 2021 Audi.
Do you think for body shots for Audis, they just put it in a circle around the belly button?
Like one of those chips and salsa trays.
Yep.
Just a moat.
Yeah, exactly. I tried the prime rib. They have prime rib burritos for some reason at Hardee's for breakfast.
Wait, I'm sorry. I was imagining that as the McRib in a burrito.
Oh, man.
Okay,
now
I
my
can
mind
get
is
behind
racing.
this now.
My mind is racing. No, it was fine, but I'm just a sucker for
Burritos?
new thing. Try new thing.
Mm-hmm. Plus burrito.
But yeah, it was not as good as other breakfast burritos. So
can't say that I'm surprised.
it's just this one lump of meat stuck together, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't prime rib. You really have to slice that up pretty well because you can't just take one slice of it, stuff it in between a tortilla, and
Hardee's can.
Yuck.
Yeah.
For all its faults, they did.
For better or worse, they have a prime rib burrito.
Till death do they part. Also, just to clarify, Lenny Kravitz is an incredibly attractive man. I by no means want to detract
If he's
from
listening.
No one was questioning it.
Anybody that was upset by my obsession with his Audi, it wasn't necessarily negative. It was just very surprising.
It's just notable. All right.
Previously on the
Wait.
Lineage of Moonreach.
No, but back to the belly button shots.
Trap a little fun trinket in, then cock it, so when they do your autopsy, they find a little gift.
Oh yeah, no. Put like a little mini dice in there and just do the acrylic filling.
No, I thought it was going to be like a little
Resin.
plastic baby, like a king cake.
Oscar Mayer weenie whistle.
Oh fuck me!
Man.
What's wrong with us?
We just go down the belly button hole too far every time.